We have to talk about X, we have to talk about Y. And that was so exciting to me because that was my hope for the book. And I do think that is something the movie accomplishes.
We're here to discuss our Netflix film, Leave the World Behind.
Okay, y'all, here we go. Welcome back to CaliB TV. How y'all doing out there? What's going on? As you guys can see, we are reviewing the Netflix movie that dropped, Leave the World Behind. And what I want to do is leave this movie behind. Okay, because it put the T in trash. It put the T in times up. It put the T in tripping. What's up, y'all? What's up with it? As you can see, I have the a freeway exit on the screen here. And what I wanted to do, I couldn't find the actual one in the movie, so I just gave reference to how the one in the movie looked. But instead of you seeing Vallejo, Sacramento, you know, going to the, which says east, going to the right, and then Oakland, San Francisco, proceeding for, straight, going to your left, it had Vallejo, Sacramento would have, I don't want to be disrespectful or rude to anybody, as these two gentlemen were disrespectful and rude to the Black community. As always, people tend to think that what we've been through and what we have gone through is a jokey joke. What our history and what our story is a joke. So these two made all types of slave references in this movie that I found was repulsive and utterly just very disrespectful. I don't know who the hell these two goofballs think that they are, but clearly they think that they're up there enough to make these type of slave references. They didn't make any type of let's say Jewish Holocaust references. I didn't see any of that, maybe saying the year the Holocaust took place, and maybe naming a gas chamber or two, or, or giving Nazi references on, what they did and how they persecuted the Jews. I didn't see any of that up and through this movie. Leave the world behind. We want to leave you two goofballs in front of me behind, way behind, because you're tired and you're through. And then the Ruman or whoever, Ruman Alam, he's from Bangladesh, India, where that high, extremely high rate of illiteracy adults are, the leading ones. Okay, but he wants to make reference to, and I don't know if he made it in his book, but I can't see him not making them in his book, or unless these slave references just happen to come up once the movie came up. I don't know if they're not referenced in the book, but if they are referenced in the book, Roman, I'm going to give it to you right now because that's mad disrespectful. Reference your third world country you come from in a book. Reference your third world country you come from in a movie. You guys are so disrespectful, and I found it very disrespectful. All the slave references, these two goofballs just permeated all up and through this goofy movie. So it's a big thumbs down for me. The only thing that made this movie interesting at all was the top tier actors, pulled this garbage movie off. So they are the ones that made it what it is. So just wanted to let you guys know, I don't understand the slave references. What does, our trauma and our history and our, a point in our span, what does that have to do with, why was it inducted like that? It was outrageous. It was extremely disrespectful. So these two goofballs right in front of me that you guys are looking at, two big thumbs down for you and your trash movie and the disrespectful slave references that you made all up and throughout the movie. Okay, that's coming from CaliB. Okay, because this little Romaine, whatever, from Bangladesh, let's just see, Bangladesh is in India. I wonder, was India colonized by anyone? Yes, it was colonized by the British. And do they have any laws that this fruit right here, or excuse me, we don't want to be offensive to these LGBTQ cult members, because I'm about sick of them. Okay, because you could not be nowhere up in Bangladesh, twitching and turning and tossing and turning with your lifestyle. That's why you guys come over here to North America. All you weirdos from every other country and every other continent. Y'all know y'all can come to North America. You can't do all that twitching and twerking. Sam Ismail. Okay, what's up? With the disrespect, but you need to show some respect. Because I'm trying to refrain from showing, and trying to be professional as I'm reviewing this trash movie. It did give some insight on what's probably to come. Trash America that's going to take over America, or it's just going to try to, bring down America from the inside, which meaning through our communications, through our media, shutting down, those type of things. So that I definitely believe that's coming down the pipeline, because thanks to old Jim Crow Joe Biden. But we're going to get back to this goofy movie. Like I said, it's a big thumbs down for me. Hated it, but loved the actors. Julia, wait, hold up, y'all. Hold up. Julia Roberts. Julia. I love you, girl. Pretty woman all day, girl. I remember the Pelican Brief, girl. I remember all your hot top movies, girl. You're doing it. Shout out to Julia Roberts. But girl, Lord have mercy, that dancing scene when she put in my group with Too Close, or oh Lord, Julia. We're gonna have to take a moment. We're going to take a moment of silence. We're gonna have a moment of silence for our girl Julia Roberts and that dancing scene. White people, wait a minute. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. You know what? This is not funny. Wait a minute. Julia Roberts. Julia. See, y'all know, you guys y'all have to find the beat. You have to concentrate, white people. Concentrate. Find the beat. 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 You've got to find the beat. Can't even understand how y'all can't feel the beat. Boom, clack, boom, clack, boom, clack, boom, clack. I just cannot grasp it. That dancing thing was cringeworthy. It was like, Lord, Julia. Woo, okay. I can't, just thought about it. Like, oh my God. Okay, but we're gonna get back on track. Yeah, you guys, so the slave references, we're going to just go down the list really quick to let you know exactly which ones that I just decided to point out that I thought was of great significance. So the exit on the freeway, there was a street named Point Comfort exit. The other street was Fort Mose, as you can see. Okay, so the Point Comfort, meaning behind Point Comfort, was an actual dock location in Southeast Virginia, where the Dutch warship that held the 20 plus Africans that were captured from the Spanish was something that was very, very tragic for the Africans that were brought over here and or the Africans that were captured. These people were treated as property. These people were treated as not even human. Okay, so yes, the other street name, Fort Mose. Now, Fort Mose, this was a location in Florida. Fort Mose is established in 1738. It was the first free black settlement in what is now the United States. It's located just north of St. Augustine in Florida. Fort Mose played an important role, you guys, in the development of colonial North America. So listen, let me just give you a little rundown real quick. As Great Britain, France, Spain, and other European nations competed for control of the New World where people actually were already, you guys, check that out, and its wealth, they all in varying ways came to rely on African labor. So like I said, they came to, this was sort of like a new world to them. They wanted to flee from that dilapidated Europe and its wealth, which they always, here we go. I'm gonna run it down for you real quick. Lie, steal, KILL, and destroy. This is what these people do. This is what these people do. Okay, so again, as Great Britain, France, Spain, and other European nations competed for control of the New World Order and its wealth, they all in varying ways came to rely on African labor to develop their overseas colonial possessions. Exploiting its proximity to plantations in the British colonies, the 13 colonies that were here, exploiting. This is what y'all do. The Indict of 1693, which stated that any male slave on an English plantation who escaped to Spanish Florida would be granted freedom provided he joined the militia and became a Catholic. This indict became one of the New World's earliest emancipation proclamations. Do y'all get it? You're going to punishment will fit the crime. We will let ours know when they are wrong. You are dead wrong. But this is something that you guys have a problem with doing. You need to accept what your scandalous ancestors and your ones and the ones that are still here did then and doing now, because you guys still all have that same mindset. You still have that same mindset. Okay, so when war broke out, check this out. When war broke out in 1740 between England and Spain, there y'all go again, white on white fighting against each other. The people of St. Augustine and nearby Fort Mose found themselves involved in a conflict that stretched across three, not one, not two, but three continents. Not one, but not, oh my God, you guys. Lord have mercy. The English sent thousands of soldiers and dozens of ships to destroy St. Augustine and bring back any runaways. This is how greedy you guys are. You can't just be happy and satisfied with what you have. Okay, we're going to leave them alone. We're going to just work with what we got over here. We got all these people. We got all this going on over here. But you can't do that. You don't want a little. You don't want half. You don't want 3/4. You want it all. Your greed is going to take you out of here. But continuing, they set up a blockade and bombarded the town for 27 consecutive days. Hopelessly outnumbered, the diverse population of blacks and Indians pulled together. Fort Mose was one of the first places attacked. Led by Captain Francisco Menendez, the men of the Fort Mose militia briefly lost the fort, but eventually recaptured it. So they briefly lost it, and then they came and recaptured it, repelling the English invasion force. Florida remained in Spanish hands, and for the next 80 years remained a haven for fugitive slaves from the British colonial possessions of North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and later when these possessions became part of the United States. Do you guys understand that? Do you guys see the seriousness of this? So why put this in a movie? Okay, they're on the beach, and this big oil tanker comes up on the sand, and it's coming in. The baby girl notices the big oil tanker. Mommy, the big oil tanker is coming in. What's going on? Oil tanker comes in, crashes all up on the beach. By golly, look at the name. Look at the name on the big old oil tanker. What's the name? White Lion. What's the name of White Lion? What's White Lion for? Okay, what's White Lion for? What's the name of White Lion? What's the significance in the goddamn White Lion? Huh? What is the significance in the White Lion? Okay, so listen, the White Lion was the name of the English ship that brought the first enslaved Africans to the colony of Virginia in 1619, marking the beginning of slavery in the United States. Do you guys understand that? What is the significance in doing that? You're very disrespectful. You're very rude. Like I said, stop poking the bear. And last but not least, the radio station, when the guy's flipping through the radio station, the dad, Ethan Hawke, is flipping through the radio station. The only one he gets is 1619. So there you have it. 1619, which is the beginning of slavery. You guys think that you're really slick. You all is unacceptable. And you will be called out each and every time that you come for us. We're not going to take it. We're not having it anymore. So we're going to call it out each and every time. I can care less who you are and what your background or ethnicity is. If you come for the black people here in America, you're going to be checked. You're going to be checked. You're not exempt from getting checked. I don't care who you are. So Ismail or Jamal or Aaron Hall, whoever the heck your name is, I can't even remember now because it's not in front of me on my screen. You need to check yourself. Like I said, I don't know what's in the book. I don't know if the movie is word for word verbiage type from the book, but I'm just assuming that it is. I know when they say when you assume, I don't care about that. Hey, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed that little review that I put together for you, just to point out a few things in the movie that were quite disturbing. There were other things and made reference to, but I included the main ones that I thought that stood out that were extra extra extra, and that just were ridiculous. But I also wanted to let you guys know I had did a little research on it, and the black girl that played the daughter, in an interview she did, she said that the Obamas had nothing to do with the script. She said they weren't even around. They didn't even they came around. Their production company is what picked them up to produce the movie mid-season, like during their filming. So they didn't even come around. They had nothing to do with that script. I know it's going around, oh, the Obamas are trying to give a warning, oh, the Obamas this. They spinning a narrative. No, they not. They weren't even involved in that. It was that writer. It was his script. Like I said, the only thing that made this movie was the A-list actors that they had in this movie. The young lady that played the daughter of things that are floating around talking about the Obamas. The Obamas is not going to warn us about anything going on. Trust and believe. They can care less about the American people, especially the Black American people. You know what I'm saying? They just don't care. They're in their own world, in their own bubble. They probably got their little bunker underground, or got their little escape route to leave to go to Mars too. Trust and believe that. They can care less, because if they did care, they would have signed that executive order before he went out of office after them 8 years he did. So I just wanted to give you guys that tidbit of information. I hope you enjoyed my video. Make sure that you like, and make sure that you subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel, you guys. Okay? So thanks for watching. This is CaliB signing out, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.